Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned by clicking the bell icon. Emmerdale's Dingle to share her diagnosis with Eve in emotional scene. Emmerdale's Dingle will share her cancer diagnosis with her daughter Eve in upcoming emotional scenes. In last night's episode, January 22, Chas was diagnosed with breast cancer during a visit to the hospital after finding a lump in her breast. In scene set to air next week, Chas will break the news to her daughter following a furtive chat with village doctor Liam Kavanagh. After discussing her prognosis, Liam is concerned that Chas is keen to keep her cancer a secret, so tries to reassure her that telling her family is the best option, and Chas decides to follow his advice. Later at the pub, while the family is having an argument, Chas tells them about her diagnosis. As the shocked but supportive family gather around Chas, Aaron keeps his distance and breaks Chas' heart as he walks away. When Chas talks it through with Patty, the pair decide how best to let their daughter know of the diagnosis, and soon sit Eve down to gently explain the cancer. The next day, siblings Kane and Chas get together and poignantly reflect on their lives after her mom Faith's death from cancer a few years ago. When ITV announced the storyline, Chas actress Lucy Pargeter said, "When the producers first discussed this storyline with me, I knew I didn't want us to shy away from any aspect of this diagnosis for Chas. She saw her own mother ultimately die after an incurable breast cancer diagnosis, so for Chas to receive a breast cancer diagnosis herself makes it all the more poignant. Our audience knows her so well. They have seen her relationships, know her faults, her passions, her insecurities, quirks and fears. I hope we can do it justice. It won't be all doom and gloom. There will be ups and downs, just like with anything. But how it looks and feels real. And if just a few people get help for breast changes that do not feel or look right, it could do some good too." Emmerdale's Bob Hope makes amends with Kathy after feud over Heath's death. Bob Hope has finally made amends with daughter Kathy over her brother Heath's death in Emmerdale. The grieving father has blamed Kathy for causing Heath's death in a tragic car accident on New Year's Day, even though Kathy has always insisted she wasn't driving. Angelica King subsequently confessed to her parents that she was the one behind the wheel before her father Jimmy begged her to keep quiet. In Tuesday's January 23 episode, Jimmy could barely hold in his feelings of guilt after seeing the way Bob broke down in front of him. Angel was struggling with her own guilty feelings, admitting to Mom Nicola that she felt sick all the time because she was desperate to put this whole matter behind her. "It's because you're a good person that you feel this way," Nicola told her daughter. "What happened was horrible, but we can't change it now. It will get easier with time." Later, Jimmy and Nicola were not aware that their daughter was listening as they spoke candidly about the tragic realities of Bob's grief. Angel couldn't stand the lying anymore, so she rushed over to the B&B to finally come clean to Bob. "Kathy was telling the truth. I've been lying. I'd only keep lying," Angelica confessed. "It wasn't Kathy driving, it was me." Kathy and April walked in to find a horrified Bob and Brenda gobsmacked to learn that Angel has been lying for weeks. Kathy immediately rushed out before Bob could apologize to her. Bob chose to call police after Angel insisted she needed to formally confess what she'd done. He later visited his daughter Kathy to apologize for ever doubting her. "Oh, Kathy, I feel awful," an anguished Bob admitted. Kathy tearfully asked her father if they could stop fighting, now that the truth has been revealed. Over at the police station, Angel was formally arrested on suspicion of death by dangerous driving. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share.